Hello everyone. In this video, you will learn about how to answer the summary type questions or fill in the blanks. Again, for this type of question, you need to pay attention to the part of speech and you need to find out what is or what are missing. Here's an example. Mr. Lam is a very fat English teacher. So based on the sentence above, fill in the blanks below. This should be a piece of cake for all of you, but it's very important to notice the blanks and try to find out what part of speech, so what are missing in the blanks. So for the first one, Mr. Lam blank very fat. Obviously, a verb is missing here, so is. Statement number 2, Mr. Lam, who is very blank, is my English teacher. So very is an adverb and we have verb to be here, so this one must be an adjective, so fat. Last one, everyone thinks that Mr. Lam is an obese blank. So obese, even though you don't know the meaning, after article and here we know that we need a noun, so teacher. In this video, I will try to work on HKDSE 2012 Part A, this question together. Let's work on it step by step. Firstly, here, you can see that Polar Board Games and Cafe, Phase 2, blank, 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 Ram Indra Ekamai Road, Bangkok, Thailand. So obviously, this is the address of the cafe. And the address can be found in paragraph 23, as shown in the same slide. So the blanks should be Crystal Design Center. How about this one? About us. We are a cafe blank in parlor games. We have about blank different games for patrons to choose from. Buy one blank and play for 1 hour. So here, the first blank is quite difficult because it is actually a reduced relative clause. Let's look at this example. For example, Polar Cafe is a cafe which provides board games for customers to play. When the verb here is in active voice, we can actually change the relative clause into a reduced relative clause by deleting the WH word. And then for active voice, we need to use ing. Then the reduced relative clause would be Polar Cafe is a cafe providing board games for customers to play. So when we look at the paragraph, we know that we are a cafe which specializes in parlor games. So this verb is in active voice, so when it is a reduced relative clause, we need to use verb plus ing, so specializing. But very luckily, you can directly find the answer here. As you can see, cafes specializing in parlor games. So this is quite good for you. Okay, how about the remaining blanks? We have about blank different games. So games is a noun. So obviously this is an adjective. And here we can find the number, that is 40. And then the remaining one, number is actually an adjective here. So buy one watch. So this one is a noun. And in paragraph 8, you can find the answer. Buy another drink and play for another hour. So buy one drink and play for 1 hour. Our cafe is very cozy with blank chairs, small tables, and shelves stacked with books and games. So what is missing? Chairs is a noun here, so obviously we need an adjective. As we can see here, small tables, adjective noun. So what is the adjective for chairs? In paragraph 6, you can find the answer, comfy. which is the short form for comfortable. How about this one? To play our games, players roll a pair of, obviously we need a noun here, or shuffle a deck of picture what? It's blank compared to Wizzy computer games. So this one is a little bit challenging. So for the first two blanks, it should be a piece of cake. So a pair of dice. And then the second one, a deck of picture cards. This is a compound noun, which means we have two nouns together. For the final blank, after it is, we know that we need an adjective, and this one is quite challenging because you need to understand the whole passage and try to figure out the meaning and what is missing there. So when compared to Wizzy computer games, board games are relatively low tech. So this is a rather difficult one. Now look at this one. If you really like our games, you can buy them to play blank. Game costs between BT 500 and BT 3000. So after play, there should be an adverb to describe the verb play. And here actually adverb of plays is missing. So when you buy it, you can take it home and play it. So you play at home. Adverb of place. This one is basically just testing you the spelling of different words. So from the passage you can see that for weekdays the cafe is open from 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. and for weekends from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. and then finally visit this one would be the website. So weekdays refers to Monday to Friday. So from 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. And then weekends means Saturday and Sunday. From 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Now try this one. Pause the video before you check the answers. Now let's check the answers together. So Daniel doesn't like Korean watch. Obviously, we need a noun here. So I refers to Daniel. So he doesn't like the drama stuff. So he doesn't like Korean soaps or dramas. Or you can just use soaps. Because he thinks the stories are too emotional. So here, you actually need a plural noun. Because, as you can see here, the stories is also a plural noun. So the answer should be plural for blank number 1. The stories are often the same with a what man. So obviously we need an adjective here. So what kind of man? Rich guy. So rich man. Meeting a what kind of lady? Beautiful girl. So beautiful lady. Who comes from a what kind of background? So poor family. So poor background. Blank number 5 is a little bit tricky. So after day and then full stop. So obviously this is a verb. So what happens in the end? They get married or they marry. Because we can only fill in one word. So the only answer would be marry. So this is the end of the video. Thank you.